Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm actually going to be filming a video on my all-time favorite drugstore products, so I'm really excited. I'm sorry I have been kind of MIA lately from YouTube. I've just been super busy between working and school. It's a lot. So I'm really trying to get a new video up for you guys as soon as I can. If you want to learn about my favorite drugstore products, just keep on watching. Starting off, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this already, but my favorite primer from the drugstore is actually the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. Looks like this. What I really like about this primer is it gives your face like a luminosity without it looking oily. So sometimes what I do is I take this and I'll mix it in with my foundation. It just gives me like a healthy skin, radiant looking, you know, I don't know. I really like this. So if you're looking for a new primer from the drugstore, this is a really good one. My other favorite primer is the NYX First Base primer. It looks like this. I love spray primers, especially in the morning when I'm really tired. I just spray on my face and it kind of wakes me up. This one kind of reminds me of the Smashbox primer water. I will say it's not as hydrating as that one, but it still is really good. Sometimes I'll take my brushes when I'm using foil eyeshadows and I'll spray it on my brush and I'll use it that way too. And yeah, it's just a really good primer. So if you're looking for a good spray primer and you don't want to spend like $30, I would check this one out from the drugstore. Moving on to foundations. Okay, so this is an oldie but a goodie. This was like one of the first foundations I ever bought, and I don't know if it's just because it has so many memories with this foundation, but it is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation. That's what it looks like. I wouldn't say it's all the way matte. I know there's the regular Fit Me, but this one's the matte and poreless one. It is a little bit more matte than the other one. If you're looking for more of like that smooth finish, the Maybelline Fit Me foundation is really nice. So the next foundation I'm going to be talking about is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. So of course, I'm sure if you watch YouTube videos, you saw this all over YouTube. I went out and bought it, and at first I was like, like it's okay, I like it. But then like as I started applying it a little bit more, I really liked it. So most of my foundations I apply with a brush like this, like a buffer brush, but what I found with this foundation, I applied it with a brush like this, like a painting brush. And I found that this foundation works better with this type of brush. And then what I would do is I'll go in with my beauty blender and just kind of take all the excess off, and I love it that way. Yeah, and it has SPF in it, which I think is really good. I'm really big about wearing SPF in the morning and putting in my moisturizer or something, so it's really nice that the actual foundation has SPF in it. If you're looking for a glowy foundation that has a light radiance to it but is still a nice coverage, I would go get the L'Oreal Pro Glow. So this next foundation is a newer foundation. I went everywhere trying to find my shade because not all the drugstores sell this, but it's the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And at first I was kind of like, this foundation's like $5. I was like, I don't know. I was kind of skeptical. I was like, there's no way a foundation can be that good and it'd be $5, you know? Like, I don't know. It just kind of struck me a little weird. But I went and got it, and I got the shade Desert Beige, and it comes with like a little applicator, like a little spatula kind of thing. And at first I thought I wasn't really gonna like it because I've never had a foundation that has that before, but I actually really like it. It's the foundation that I'm wearing today, and it's not like breaking up around my face, which is really nice. I've worn this a couple times and I really like it. Not gonna lie, and I'm so excited that I finally found a foundation that I like that's not like $50, because I am a foundation junkie. Like when it comes to makeup, foundation is my favorite thing. So I have every single foundation in Sephora. We're just not gonna talk about that. Sorry, Mom. I love high-end foundations, so the fact that I found some foundations from the drugstore that I really like is just awesome for me, because when I run out of it, I don't have to spend $50 to go get a new one. I can just spend $5, $6 to $10, you know, around that price, which is always really nice. Okay, moving on to powders. My favorite face powder from the drugstore is actually the Airspun loose powder. It looks like this. The only con with this powder is it smells like old lady makeup, and I hate I hate the smell of this, but it's so finely milled. It has just a really smooth consistency on your face. It doesn't get patchy on my skin at all, and I really like that. It's really cheap. It's like I wasn't trying to get something to include products in here that you'd have to order online, but I will say if you're looking for a really good translucent powder to bake with, the RCMA No Color powder is one of my absolute must-haves in my collection, and it's only like $12 and you get 3 whole ounces of it. So if you're looking for a really good setting powder that doesn't have a flashback or make your skin patchy at all, I would recommend that one as well. Just looks like Parmesan cheese, but we're not going to talk about it because I already talked about it too much. So yeah. Okay, so my favorite concealer from the drugstore is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It looks like this. I have gone through at least 10 of these. I use this almost every day when I do my makeup. What I do is I'll moisturize my skin, I'll prime my skin, and then I'll take a little bit of this and just bloop, bloop, and go under my dark circles, blend it out with a beauty blender, and then I'll put my foundation on top, and then I'll go in with a regular concealer. Typically, I use it with my Tarte Shape Tape, and with this and my Tarte Shape Tape, it works so well together because they're both so full coverage. You cannot see my dark circles at all. I don't know if you can tell, but like you can barely see them. My favorite like setting, my like pressed powder is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? There you go. This is very similar to the Banana Powder and the Kat Von D Shade Light palette and the Anastasia Contour Kit palette. I would say this has a little bit more pigmentation in it, but it is a little bit more powdery than those two. But I have come to realize that I run out of my banana shade in my contour palette before I run out of all the other shades. So what I've been doing is I keep my contour shades in that palette, and then I'll use this for setting my under eyes and just running it along the line that I use when I contour, just to kind of sharpen it up a little bit. But this one's really good, and it's super cheap, and I usually get mine at Ulta or Target. My favorite bronzer from the drugstore is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It looks like this. This is literally the creamiest bronzer. It's so smooth. It goes on the face so nicely. It's not patchy. It's not too orange. It's not too muddy. It doesn't make my skin look very dull. It's a very pretty bronzer, and it's like my perfect color right now. I will say though, in the summer I get way too dark. I probably get like 6 shades darker than I am right now. So in the summertime I always go in with, where is it? I lost it. Wait, no, I didn't lose it. It's right here. It's right here. In the summer, my favorite bronzer is the NYX Matte Bronzer from the drugstore. This one, I like the formulation of the Butter Bronzer one a little bit better, but the color in summer, this is way too light for me in the summer, so I have to kind of darken it up. This one's really nice because of the color. It's really hard for me to find a good bronzer in the summer because my skin does get so tan. I'd say like the Butter Bronzer's like up here, and the NYX Bronzer's like right there. Like I just wish Physicians Formula would come out with more shades in this, because I would definitely hands down buy all of them, because this is so good. And it smells like, this bronzer literally smells like a tropical vacation. It makes me want to be on the beach drinking a pina colada. On that note, let's talk about highlights. My favorite highlighter from the drugstore is probably the same as everyone else's, but it is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. This one is so beautiful. It has like a really pretty pressed like shape design or something in it. It's really pretty. And this one's in the shade Precious Petals. I think the other one's really pretty too, but this one's a little bit lighter, and I like more of a champagne kind of rose gold. The other one has more of a bronze undertone to it, but this is so pretty. When I wear this, I have it on today. I don't know if you can see it, but you see it? It's just like a really natural, it's not natural at all. What am I saying? Do you see that? That is pretty. That is pretty. That is some pigment right there. I went everywhere searching for this. I have never found a drugstore highlight that I love as much as some of my high-end highlights. I just feel like the pigmentation of them is just always better. But this bad boy, it's really good. I saw Jeffree Star posted a video using these, and so I went out to find them at Walgreens, because I think Walgreens is like the only drugstore. I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Walgreens is the only drugstore that sells these. So I went to all the Walgreens in my area. They were all sold out of this, and I was like, what the heck? I want it so bad. So one day I went, it was like my 5th time going back into the Walgreens in Colonial Heights, and I went in to look for this and someone had stuck it like behind something else, like probably saving it for later, and I was like, oh my god, that's it. So I like grabbed it real fast and I went and checked out, and I was so excited. And when I got in the car, I just started swatching out my hand. I was like, it looks just like a $50 highlighter. Like, it's crazy. It doesn't get patchy on the skin. It's really smooth and it's just like a really pretty glow. You see? I have a little bit right here too. I like to drench myself in highlighter, it's fine. My next product I'm going to talk about is my favorite blush. So I mentioned this in my Best of Beauty of 2016, and if you know me at all, you know that it's Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This blush is everything. This blush is like the perfect color that I look for when I look for a blush. Really good one. I have it on today. It's just like a really subtle, I don't know, it's just a really subtle pop of color. And yes, I do have a shirt on. It's just like, it keeps falling down. So if you're looking for a good blush, go get Milani Luminoso. Okay, moving on to eyes. You all know my favorite mascara from the drugstore. I'm not even going to talk about it that much. It is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. It's in the shade Black is Black. It's the best mascara ever. I've used this hands down more than any other mascara I've ever used. I use this to coat my bottom, I'll use this to curl my top, and then I also will use this to combine my fake eyelashes with my real eyelashes, and I just really like it. Best mascara ever. Go get it. Bye. See you later. Bye. Okay, the next product I'm going to be talking about is my favorite liquid eyeliner from the drugstore, and that is the e.l.f. one. Oop, that's backward. That's awkward. It's so black, and I like that because a lot of blacks, it's not like a charcoal black, it's not like a grayish black, it's just a pure black. And on top of foiled eyeshadows, it's kind of hard to find a black that can go over top of the foiled eyeshadows, I've noticed, but this one does a really good job. I love using this one and my Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner together. It just works awesome and I love it. My favorite eyeshadow primer is the NYX Glitter Primer. Okay, so I love the Shadow Insurance by Too Faced, and this is just as good, and it's like 1/3 of the price. This is what I use underneath all my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. I think it just works so good. It makes all my eyeshadows that have glitter or shimmer, it just lasts so much longer. I hate when I put a shimmer eyeshadow on, like the base of my eyelid, and it transfers like up above my crease. Drives me crazy. So this has really helped me out with that, and it's like $8, which is really nice. Okay, my favorite eyelashes from the drugstore, I have two, sorry I couldn't pick between, are the Ardell Wispies. They look like this. I have some on today, but the Ardell Wispies, they look like this. These are the ones that I wear like on a day-to-day basis, more for like my natural makeup looks. I just feel like the band is so like skinny, you can't, it's very flexible, it's not hard to bend at all. And they're just so easy to apply. They're just the ones that I throw on like every day because they're really inexpensive. You can use them multiple times, and yeah, I just really like them. My next favorite ones are the Ardell Double Ups. The Double Ups, you see them? These are so pretty. These make any bold eye just stand out even more and just gives that dramatic look even more of what you want. I wore these on Halloween, and I love my makeup so much on Halloween. And I swear it was because of these lashes. My next product I'm going to be talking about is my favorite eyelash glue. My favorite eyelash glue is the Duo. This one is the dark tone one, and I really like this. A lot of people don't like the darks because it kind of intimidates them, but I really like this because I hate when I get the white one, because I use the white Duo sometimes too, but sometimes that leaves like a weird like white like line on my eyelashes, and I really don't like it. And I have very sensitive skin when it comes to glue and stuff on my face, and this has never broke me out, so I really like this one. So my favorite lip products from the drugstore are the NYX Butter Glosses. This one is one of my favorites. I love this one. And it looks like these. The Butter Glosses, I love NYX. This is in the shade Devil's Food Cake. NYX has such a large color range of lip glosses, but I really have always loved the Butter Glosses. I do like the Lingerie lips too by NYX, but I can't find the one that I always use. I usually keep it in my purse, but you know, my purse is like a never-ending black hole, so I can't find it. The other lip products that I really like from the drugstore are the Rimmel London Show Off Lip Lacquers. And these are some of my favorite shades. Let me show them to you because I don't know the actual shades that they are. They look like this. So this one is more of like a, wait, which one is that? I can't see. Yeah, this one's more of a light mauve. This is more of like a peachy, like corally color, and this is more of like a deep pink mauve. I really like the color schemes of these. They feel really nice on my lips because they're not matte, like they don't dry all the way matte, but they don't dry like so creamy where they just like wipe around my lips. Moving on, my next product I'm going to be talking about is setting spray. If you want a good setting spray from the drugstore, go get this. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Honest to God, I have never had a setting spray from the drugstore that I like as much as I like this one. I'm a ride or die for the All Nighter by Urban Decay, and I run out of it so much because I'm constantly spraying my face with it, and it's like $31, so I'm constantly having to repurchase it. This is $9.99. They've just been in really high demand lately, so I know it's hard to get your hands on, but if you can get your hands on this, get your hands on this because it makes your makeup last so much longer. And let me just revitalize myself. Oh, it's really cooling, really refreshing, and I absolutely love this setting spray. So if you need a good one, go get this stuff. It's awesome. My last and final products from the drugstore are my favorite makeup wipes. So we have to find something to take it all with, right? So my favorite makeup wipes are the Pond's Evening Smooth Moisture Clean Towelettes, and these ones are the ones with white tea and chamomile. I really like these. They're not super oily. I used to use the Neutrogena ones, but I found that those were a little bit too oily for my skin. These are really nice. They smell relaxing, and they kind of get me ready for bedtime, if that makes sense. They take off my eye makeup really good, and I don't know, I just really like these. So if you're looking for a new makeup wipe from the drugstore, I would try the Pond's one. So I think that completes this video, guys. If I didn't mention any of the products that you wanted to know, just let me know. I might have left something out, I'm not sure. But if there was something else that you wanted to know my favorite was, just DM me or subscribe or comment in my comments below, and I will get back to you. I will say there is 2 products that I have never found from the drugstore that I genuinely love, and that is an eyeshadow palette. I've never found a eyeshadow palette from like Walgreens or CVS that I genuinely love. So if any of you have found one that are really good and you want to recommend one to a girl, let me know because I would love to try them out. I love trying new makeup. The other makeup product that I've never found from the drugstore that really truly works for me is a eyeliner for the Waterline. I've never found one that doesn't transfer, so again, if there is one out there that any of you know of that doesn't transfer and is a really good product, I would love to try it out, so let me know in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see you in my next video, and I will see you soon. Bye!